I, as we said, we will have the class at Sunday morning. Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
I said that last time we had the class.
Yeah.
We said we have Sunday have the
Yeah.
class. I I told because I Thursday I have another teacher's class,
Mm.
so I I'm I, my means my it, they say will cancel because it have holidays. But I want to have a class. I want to still have the Thursdays that kind of class. So,
Oh.
but I need to change the time, but not our class.
Okay. Because on Thursday you have another teacher, right? At night.
Yeah.
So you cannot have at night class. You wanted to change it in the morning because are you going to do something else later?
Yeah. After. Yeah.
What are you going to do? Are
Mm,
you going to your hometown or spend time with your family?
uh, uh, mm, uh, because we we had to go to eat the dinner, so we
Ah,
have to early go out.
I see. So you still really haven't met your teacher. Okay, all right. But we still have class on Sunday, is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yes.
see.
Yes.
All right. No worries. I'm going to inform the manager about that. So,
Mm.
yeah, what kind of holiday is that? Because um there I mean, we really don't have classes to be honest last night until Sunday, but I wasn't able to search but about the
Mm-hmm.
holiday. What is the
It's
holiday all
National
about?
Day.
Ah,
National Day.
how long is the holiday?
4 days.
Okay, for four
Because
days.
today is the national
Mm.
day. So tomorrow, so we also have holiday,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
and 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 then is weekend. So we all almost have 4 days holiday.
Wow. How would you
Mm.
like to spend your 4 days holiday?
Actually, I didn't have any schedule.
Mm.
Because I know I need to work hard to prepare the test, so I didn't have any schedule to go out, but
Mm.
I only have to go to the wedding
Oh
because
yes.
it's my relative's wedding, so I need to go.
Is it
Yeah.
your uncle wedding? I forgot.
Yeah, my uncle.
Oh, how old is your uncle?
Um, I really don't know. Maybe 30, 30 more about 30 or yeah I didn't
So
ask
he
it
will
before.
get married late, kind of late, right? But
Yeah.
since he is a man, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that it has an issue if the women got married late because
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
it's everybody's concern. Like when I reach my 30s and because I got married only last year when I was
Uh-huh.
actually not last year, this year. I just got
Oh.
married this year and everybody was like, "Oh, you're too old. You have to get married." But yeah, I actually my parents forced me to do that, but I'm still happy being, not married at all.
Mhm.
But they're always saying for a man it's okay, but for a woman it's not. You need to bear a child.
Mhm. I think it's a little bit about the culture.
Yeah. But how about
And
there? I think it's not same thing because
mm,
we usually get married very young, but I don't like that tradition.
yeah, I know. But I think in Taiwan it is the tradition
Mm.
in earlier, but now it depends on each family,
Okay, I see.
their parents. Yeah, they give what kind of pressure of them, or give them any choice
Mm.
to which. which age
Mm-hmm.
you can you they can choose. They have their mind.
Mm.
They appreciate them. Yeah.
My opinion is that as long as you're already financially stable and emotionally, physically, everything is stable, then probably that's the time that you can already get married. But no matter how old you are, if you are not ready, like if you feel that you are still not ready about the responsibility, then you shouldn't get married. Especially in the Philippines, we don't have divorce. So
Oh.
it's gonna be very difficult if you got married and you found out that he is not the right guy. It's very sad because we don't have divorce. Separation is
Uh,
very expensive. That's the term for divorce in the
mm,
Philippines, separation, and it's very expensive. It's a long process.
mm-hmm.
So sometimes it takes 5 years, 10 years, 3 years for
Wow.
you to have um this to be separated legally in my country. So it's really really difficult.
Wow. It's very complex.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, were you able to browse the book that Miss Michelle gave to you
Mm,
about the listening one?
oh yeah, I I have.
Okay, and were you able to listen to it?
Um, I don't. Is that's the first time we have a class? I open
Yeah,
this
yeah.
that
It's
one.
the same one.
Okay, so I now I need to open it.
Yep. Okay. Let me just ask Miss Michelle something.
So
Mhm.
so today's Thursday's classes is also you or
Only for today
um.
because you requested to have a morning class, but next week I think you're gonna have a new, different teacher on Thursday. And Miss Michelle told me that it's all about vocabulary that you're going to talk.
Uh-huh. Yeah, vocabulary.
Yeah. What can you say
So
about
okay.
vocabulary?
Mm. I didn't know.
Mhm.
It, um, I think it is kind of meaning like that.
Okay, vocabulary, because there are so many words that you really need to study. It's very difficult.
I think it is important,
Yeah,
and there are many vocabulary
correct. It's very
I need to learn.
right. It's really really important. Okay, so I have the book.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just checking about where can I find the audio here because she told me that the audio is already from this page.
Um.
Wait.
Wait a minute. I open it.
Okay.
I need to open my computer. Mm.
Are you using your phone to talk to me?
Yeah, my
I
phone.
see. Okay. Um. Sorry, my baby is here right now.
I heard it. It's okay.
Yeah, because I didn't expect that we're going to have class in the morning. So,
Yeah, I know. I think the the I line I use the line to contact that teacher. I think she don't know the teacher is um maybe she contacted the wrong one.
oh,
I
really?
don't know. Is it? I don't know. Is it? She know the Thursday teacher is not you.
Okay.
I don't know if we should know. I think just Michelle know.
I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's you. And she told me, and we will have a class at 10 a.m. And okay. Because my class is today classes,
Mm-hmm.
if don't have the holiday, is at at is at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But I need to earlier to move to 12 p.m.
Mhm.
to to 2 p.m.
When?
and 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
On Thursday?
Yeah,
Oh, so
just today.
just today.
Um,
Okay, I see.
because I said that I have dinner with my family. We need to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
out more earlier. Yeah, and but at the morning, she told me
Hmm.
that we to have that change your oh change your teacher confirm you can have the class at 10 a.m. to 12 noon.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, but I don't know. It's you. I think it's the teacher when that on Thursday.
I see.
Mm, so she didn't say that which is which one is which teacher.
That's okay. I'm actually going out later because I have an appointment with my dentist, and since I cough a lot,
Mhm.
you hear me, right? I cough a lot.
Yeah,
I need
I
I
hear
need to
you.
go to the doctor at 1 p.m. It's very near to my house. It's only like 10-minute walk because
Okay.
so I'm also going to bring my daughter to park after, and then I'm going to have a buffet. I have so many plans today, totally, because it's her babysitter's day off. So my babysitter, my nanny
Mhm.
is not here. So it's our bonding time later. But it's still very
Oh,
hot,
okay.
so I can still teach. It's just like if you requested in the afternoon, I don't think I could make it today.
Okay, okay. It's okay.
Okay. So, do you have the book with you now? We're going to talk about the listening
Yeah,
first, okay? So,
yeah, I have
we
it.
know for the fact that during IELTS, the listening test is a 30-minute test of understanding of spoken English. And during
Mhm.
your IELTS exam, do you have any idea about where this person came from? What is the nationality of the
Um,
person who conducted your IELTS exam or test?
mm, what does it mean?
The nationality, do you think that the person that you spoke with is from America, from England, from
From England.
from England?
Mm,
Ah, okay, so you're also planning to go to England, definitely. All right. How was the
yeah.
accent?
Mm, I think it. Some words
Mm.
I cannot. In my mind is from the accent is from you the American,
Yeah.
but from UK is a little bit different.
Mm.
I sometimes I cannot know that means
Mm.
is that words, so I miss that. And but actually in most of them I can know the meaning.
Okay. Even me, even
Mm.
I've been speaking English for so many years, even I'm a teacher. To be honest, whenever I speak with British or English people, I also find it very difficult to understand them. I don't have any
Mm-hmm.
problem understanding Australian and American since I've been with these people. I work from an international company as well. So
Mm-hmm.
my co-teachers were Australian and American Canadian during that time. So before it was so hard for me, but since I've been dealing with them for so many years, talking to them like almost every day, every hour in the school, I used to it. So just like basically for British people, if you're gonna listen to their accent all the time, you will also get familiarized, okay, the way they talk, the way they speak. And
Yeah.
yeah, so try to watch um of course English series. Do you know Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
It's very popular. Okay, I'll type it for you. Game of Thrones. Okay, I think you don't know because you are so busy person. You don't have time to watch. Okay, but it's really nice. Okay, so there are four section.
Really?
Yeah, there are you if you have already taken your IELTS and you want to probably still practice your English for listening, and definitely I could recommend Game of Thrones. It's really
Oh,
nice.
I
You know it?
I know this. Oh yeah, yeah. I heard it before. I heard it before. Yeah, I heard it before.
Do you watch that?
But because I didn't watch that, but my brothers watched that.
Mm, it's really nice. Okay, believe me, it's really nice and it's very interesting. I also got addicted
Okay.
with that, but since I need to control myself, I need to do a lot of things. I need to I need
Okay.
to control myself from watching it like too much because there are so many episodes season, like you cannot sleep if you started to watch it. So this is not the best time for me to say it to watch it because you're doing a lot of things every day, probably just right after you have taken your IELTS.
Oh,
Okay?
mhm.
So, what we are now going to do is we're going to talk about the speaking here, okay? So, the listening test is the
Okay.
first part of your IELTS test. So, basically that's the first thing that you need to focus with. So let's go on to page number. You already know what to do because you've been dealing with this so many times. Let's talk about the introductions first. Will I hear different accent? Will you hear different accent? Hello?
Hello. So I need to read the
Yeah, just read it.
sentence. Uh, it, yes, but they will always be clear and
Mm.
easy to understand. You will not hear any grammatical mistakes.
Okay, no grammatical mistakes, but definitely they said it's clear and easy to understand. Basically, yes, because the way they speak is kind of slow, right? They're not talking really
Mhm.
fast. It's just that if you're not familiar with the accent, you might not understand it even if it's clear. So, what are the
Mhm.
questions that you will hear or you will get?
There are different question types in the listening
Mm-hmm.
test. See page 8 and 9, and you can get any mix of question types in any section of the test. Often you have to choose the correct letter or write up to 3 words.
You have experienced that? Can you remember?
Hello?
Sorry, I thought that you can hear me. It was actually on mute. Sorry. Okay, so were you able to understand that?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good. Why are there different listening situations and questions type? Well, just go ahead and understand this one just like for 10 minutes and then we'll go ahead with listening part, okay?
Okay. IELTS test a range of listening skills that you need to live,
Mhm.
work, or study in an English speaking environment. This means that you need to be able to understand different types of spoken English in a range of formal and informal contexts.
Okay, so that's basically what you're going to have during your IELTS listening. How can I best use of the
Mhm.
reading time?
You get time to read the questions in each section before you listen. Use this time to work out the topics, underline or highlight keywords, and decide what sort of information and answer you need to listen for.
Okay, all right. What are the keywords? Keywords are a lot of information. They usually such words such as noun, verbs that help you understand the questions. It's also very important that you would be able to know the keywords. Do you find or did you find yourself having a hard time understanding the questions during your test?
No, I actually, oh, I know I can underline the keyword
Mm.
or highlight the keyword,
Mhm.
and but actually I always have the I always cannot stop at the vocabulary that means what I'm not sure
Mhm.
the meanings,
Mm.
so I will choose the wrong one. Maybe I know the options.
Okay.
I know the options, but I don't know the question with one vocabulary,
Mhm.
or I know the question, but I have one options. I don't know what that means, so
Okay.
I cannot. Yeah.
All right. So that's basically also something that we need to work on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But among those parts again, which one do you think is the most difficult? Is did you say the listening one or the speaking
I said
or the vocab?
the I think it is the listening one, listening and reading because my vocabulary is not very
Mhm.
it's not many.
Okay, that was actually my problem, the reading part, because
Mm-hmm.
um there are so many texts that you need to read, and then the questions are only sometimes two, so it's really time pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, what general approach should I take to the listening test? So, once the recording begin, use the words on the questions paper to help you keep your place. There is an example at the start of the test, and the first three sections are divided in two parts. We're gonna, of course, learn about this one as the time went by to this lesson. How can I improve my score in the listening test? Can you please read that?
You can help to improve your score by making sure that you know what each question type tests and by having a general approach for each set of questions. The following pages divided into four sections provide you with an action play for each set of questions.
Okay, all right. And then these are the things that probably you can use to prepare for your listening test. Of course, you should
Mm-hmm.
listen to spoken English as often as possible for you to be able to get familiarized. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And language radio, TV, and other form of media, even music. So it says music is also a good way of preparing yourself for listening tests. Okay, and this is very important, definitely. How is the listening test being marked? How would you be able to get scores? So there is
Mm,
1 mark per question, and this makes a total of
mm-hmm.
40 marks. Okay, your mark is converted into a band score between 1 and 9, and you're aiming to get 8.
Yes.
You can Is it really necessarily to get 8 for British? Because if I'm not mistaken, 7 is okay.
Yeah, 7 is okay, but I want to put it more higher
Mm,
and I will try best to
okay.
maybe if I get if I put the M's at 7, so maybe I in maybe I will just get 6. But if
I
I
see.
get put my M's yeah at 8, so maybe I will get 7.
Okay. So, well, good luck to you. That's actually the confidence and the goal, all right? So we should not settle
Yeah,
for less. We should aim high. Okay.
yeah.
So, is correct spelling important.
Spelling should be correct and handwriting must be clear.
Hmm.
Both British and American spellings are
Acceptable.
acceptable. An example
Hmm.
programming and program color, but you should not use how to read it.
Abbreviations. You know abbreviations?
Abbrevi no.
Okay, it's like a short word. I'll give you an example. Okay. So this is the word management. For abbreviation, we only said this. I mean, we only put this one.
Oh, management. Oh, management.
Yep, that's it.
Oh.
So this is the abbreviation of the word building. So you shouldn't do this way. It should be in a complete spelling, complete word.
Oh. Oh, I know his name.
Okay, so that's not allowed. If you do so, that's already marked down. Okay. And numbers can be written as words or figures. It's okay if you're going to example you need to write a number. It's okay if you do that. It's also if you do this way, number or figures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have already done with that. Okay, overview of listening. So we have question types. So these are the question types that you're going to have during your IELTS. We have the first one, which
Mm-hmm.
is speak from a list. Um, of course, I know that you already had an IELTS before. You're familiarized about this one. Let's just have a short recap, review. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
pick from a list. You pick the correct answer from a list of options, which is, I think, this is the easiest one
Mm-hmm.
because you already have the options, right? You will just
Yeah.
definitely you're going to write letter. It's is it letter A, B, or C? And I think for me during the IELTS, this is the easiest part for listening. Okay, so answer may be worth 1 mark or more. Answers can be written in any order. So, from picking the question or picking from a list, sometimes it's not just one answer here. It can be two answers. So, you also need to be careful about choosing the answer. Next one is form filling. I love this one. You complete the gaps in the form. Can you remember this way?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I
I
don't
know
need
this.
to explain that further, but write up to
Yeah.
3 words or a number. Of course, spelling is important.
Mm-hmm.
Labeling a map or plan. This is quite difficult for me. You identify places on the map or plan. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so sentence summary
Yeah.
completion. Of course, one of the most difficult also part because you need to complete sentences or the summary. So you are obliged to understand what you have listened with because you're going to write everything as a summarization.
Mm.
So the
Yeah.
spelling is important. Definitely the grammar of the sentence is very important. The next one
Mm-hmm.
is table of completion. So what does it mean? You complete the table, write up the 3 words or number, and you're going to check the spelling. And the last part, short answer questions. So which is the most difficult part to you here when you took your IELTS?
Mm. Yes, and the vocabulary yeah is more difficult.
Yeah. Can you just give me 1 second, okay? 1 second only.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I asked her to go out. She's knocking on the door and it's very noisy, so she will just play in the living room. Okay. Just So we're going to have now the listening, okay, examples. So, oh my gosh, there's so many explanations here. Okay, so these are the question types you will practice here. So the first one, conversations with the two speakers. So we have an example here. I don't think there is a listening file here. Did you see it?
The section one.
Yeah, I mean the recording, the listening recording that you really need to listen. It's just all about practicing this way. Okay. So, what is section 1 like? Can you read that?
Oh, you will hear a conversation based on an everyday social
Survival situation.
survival situation. Section 1 will help you get used to the listening exercise and test your understanding of simple facts, including names and numbers. There are always two speakers in Section 1. Here is an example of an extract from Section 1.
Okay.
This this example we have do it at the first time
Yeah.
from Michelle.
Oh, you have talked with this one.
Mm.
Um so did you listen something when you're talking to her?
We read. She let me read the
Um
example, and let me choose which one is the correct, and told me which one is the right
we
one.
can do that
And
way. We can do that way, but the best exercise for IELTS for you to be able to have the application is you need to listen to some recordings. Because how would you be
mm,
able to practice your listening based on the
mm-hmm,
accent if there's no listening file, right?
mm,
Um,
yeah,
I have it on my laptop because I'm using my desktop right now. I'm going to send that to you, all the files for listening, because you also need
okay,
to read that in advance. We're just going to browse this one now. Okay, we're going to tackle about this listening section. And on Sunday, since I'm going to send it, probably I'm going to send it to you at night. Okay, all the recording
okay,
files. It will
okay.
take time if I'm going to do it now because it's listening, it's recording, it's MP3.
Mm-hmm,
So you could
mm-hmm,
listen
okay,
to it as well. Those are some of the examples.
okay.
So we could have like an application, real application, okay, of the
Mm-hmm,
exam. So
okay.
where did you stop? Can you tell me what page did you stop?
We start at um, page
Mm-hmm.
page 12. Mm.
Page 12. Okay, I'll go ahead and check for the page 12.
The form filling,
Okay.
the number 5. Let's say this time in two different ways. The
How should
time.
I write my answer? Is that right? Or what? Page 13. Form filling.
Yeah, for form
Okay.
filling,
You can
we stop at the number 5.
5. Say these times in two different ways.
Mm.
Okay. Well, it's good. 2:10. So we have the example here. 10 past 2 in the afternoon. So what is the
Mm-hmm.
other answers?
She told me um 10 minutes before 8,
Okay.
um quarter to 7,
Mm.
quarter past 10,
There's so many ways, right?
1300
Mm-hmm.
hours.
Okay, good.
2 past 10. Yeah.
Say these dates in two different ways. So we have another one, the 1st of February, February the 1st. Let's do the second one.
Second one, you said February the
Yep.
1st. So the first option is the same with the example.
Yeah.
So the number 2 is November.
Okay.
November in
Mm-hmm.
21. Is that correct? I'm not sure.
November 21. Um,
Oh,
you could say November 21. There are also two more that you could express that. What else?
mm, I don't know. I didn't learn that before. I just know
Ah.
November 21.
Let's have an example here. You can see that the 1st of February, that's an example. And then February the
Uh,
1st. If you could see, it's 1st of February. So there are the two ways you can do that. So
uh-huh.
we'll follow that on so it should be the 21st of November.
Oh,
Yeah,
21st.
the 21st of
Oh,
February. And then the other way is, how would you say that?
21st
Yeah,
November.
that's the first one, 21st of November. The other one is November 21st.
November 21st.
Yes. Okay. We'll get used to that.
Oh,
Okay. In Australian time, they say that way. It's always the date.
oh.
Okay, I'll give you an example. In normal time, we say today is October 10, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in Australia, they said 10 of October.
Oh, the day first.
Yes, it's opposite. Okay. All
Oh,
right, let's do the third example here.
um, 24th of March.
Okay.
So it's March 24th.
Good. Okay, next.
Um, December December 22.
Okay.
So it's 22 of December.
Right. Okay, next.
August 18th,
Mhm.
and it's at the 18th of August.
Okay, so it's just very easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just because, I mean, probably because you are not used to have this kind of way in your country, but it's just very
Mm-hmm.
easy. Okay, so we're gonna have look at the information below and decide what type of information would you need to. Okay, I'll just give you like a few seconds to look at this casualty department, and I'm going to ask you the type of information that you would need. Okay,
Okay.
you tell me when you're done.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so what are the type of informations? Okay, let's just talk about patient's admission details. So what are the admission details that you need to know?
Mm, I need to hear the name. The speaker said, um, I think is the, the speaker want to admission a
Mm-hmm.
doctor. So I need to hear
The recording.
the names,
Mm-hmm.
the recordings, the names and
Mm-hmm.
the number, the birthday, and which doctor and the speaker want to
Correct.
research
That's why it's really
and the
important.
reason.
That's why it's very important to
Mm-hmm.
have it listen first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, but anyway, so type of information, we don't need to listen because you would be able to see what kind of information or type of information that we want. So we have a name, an address. Another one is, of course, the birth date,
Mm-hmm.
the name of the doctor, and the reasons. Okay. Form filling. Let's have another example here. Okay. So, like all completion tasks, form filling tests your ability to predict what is missing in the gaps. Sometimes these are spelled out. If they are not, you still need to try to spell the answers correctly. Make sure you can match spoken numbers to written numbers. So these are some of examples of say this times in two different ways. We'll practice this one again. So can you say this one? Let's have the first one. Let me just use my color there.
Uh-huh. So I
Yep.
read 2 past 10. Um, 2 2:10 p.m.
Okay, next.
7:50 a.m.
Mm.
and 10 minutes before 8.
Yep, it's already there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're done with this part number 6 basically. Everything is just
Mm-hmm.
looks similar. Okay. Yeah, everything is just same for the first one and second part. We are going to talk about labeling this time. Okay. What did you do on your labeling tests on your IELTS?
I circle the keyword, the verb,
Mm,
to help me hear the answer.
okay. It's actually kind of difficult to have this way without the listening file because again there's no application. CD track 1. I think it's
Mm.
here. Oh wait. No, it's not. Can you click for the CD? Oh yeah, it's here. I
No.
can when you click that you would be able to listen. Okay, go to page
Oh,
number 18.
18.
Okay. Click for CD track 1 because I can see it now on how it's working.
Is 18
Yeah,
or
page 18 and then click for the can you see that? Now try the task. We are going to do the task. It says listen to
oh.
extract and then when you click on the blue color, you can see the headset symbol. You click on that,
Uh-huh.
you would be able to hear it. Did you?
Oh, I could that. Okay, I can hear
Okay.
it. So I hear now.
Yeah, because no one explained this to me, to be honest. So, but that's fine because
I
it's very
I don't know too.
it's very urgent. So I just figure it out because she said I asked her, Miss Michelle, I think we need the recording files because it's listening test. So we need to listen to some recordings so we would be able to apply to apply it. And she
Mhm.
said everything is there. Okay. Let's listen. Okay, let's listen to it. Listen to it. I'm
Okay.
also going to listen, okay? All right, let's start.
Okay.
Action Plan for IELTS by Vanessa J.
Published by Cambridge University Press. This recording is copyright. Listening Section 1. Extract 1. Questions 8 to 11. Good morning, photo registry. Oh,
Do you have
good
a pen
morning.
and paper with
I'd
you?
like to arrange a day to take my driving test.
Okay. Have you done the knowledge test yet?
Yes, I passed that. I got 99%.
Right. What's What's your name? And I'll just check that on the computer. Oh, no. The computers aren't working right now. You'll have to give me your details and I'll call you back. What's your name?
Caroline Black. That's Caroline Black.
Okay, and your date of birth?
22nd of November 1984.
November the 22nd. Oh, that's today. Happy birthday. 1984. And can you give me a contact number so I can call you back?
I'll give you my mobile. It's 0412 129 807.
0412 129. Did you say 811?
No, 807.
Right, got it. And can you tell me what make and model of car you'll be using for the test?
Yes, it's a Ford. A Ford station wagon. It's my dad's car.
Okay, Ford station wagon. Well, when the computers are working again, I'll call you back with a date for the test.
Oh, alright. Thanks.
Okay. Do you need one more time to listen?
I only not sure of the type of the car, the last one.
Okay.
He said the Ford section.
Mhm.
She said, I think I'm not. Is that I hear the correct one?
It's actually okay, we're gonna talk about the first part, okay? Before we go with
Okay.
that. Alright. So caller's name. What is the caller's name? Is that correct?
I type it. I
Action
hear
Plan
it.
for
I hear
IELTS
it.
by Vanessa Jacob
Okay,
And
one
Clancy
sec.
Dowell.
It just
Published by Cambridge University Press. This recording is
Okay,
copyright.
one moment.
Listening Section 1. Extract 1.
Just one
Questions
sec then.
8 to
Okay?
11.
I'm just checking.
Good morning, motor registry.
Oh, good morning. I'd like to arrange a day to take my driving test.
Okay. Have you done the knowledge test yet?
Yes, I've passed that. I got 99%.
Right. What's your name? And I'll just check that on the computer. Oh, no, the computers aren't working right now. You'll have to give me your details and I'll call you back. What's your name?
Caroline Black. That's Caroline.
Okay, it's Caroline Black.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the spelling for Caroline?
Ooh.
Okay. Always also do this way. The proper spelling is important, of course, and then of course the capitalization. When it's name, it should be capitalized, like capital C, capital B. Okay, because it's a name. That's fine. It's just the first time that we did it. Even me, I also have, of course, problem earlier with figuring out about the listening section. We're going to talk about more of this later. Okay, date of birth 22 of November 1984, correct? So, yeah. 0412, okay. You know this 0412, this is an Australian number. I work from Australian telecom company, which is Telstra. So we cater telephone internet, and our customers number is always 04, 0415, 04. So I think they are Australian. But the accent of Australian is quite similar to British because England had been conquered Australians for so many years. That's why the accent is just quite similar. Okay, actually the type of car is Ford Market section, or you could simply say Ford. It's a type of car. Are you familiar with
Oh,
Ford?
I know. Ford. Oh,
Okay.
food. In Taiwan we say 福特.
Oh, see?
福斯.
That's the difference.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be Ford Market
Ford. Yeah.
section. All right.
Because
Mhm.
I know I created is
Mhm.
the end is D Ford, but I think is that a number or is that the accent that
It's probably the
different?
accent. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think so I think about it. It's Ford or Ford. So I choose a Ford.
Right. So when you listen to this again, but anyways, just like giving you an idea because they're talking about the type of car, right? So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for
Okay.
labeling a map or plan, let's talk about this. You identify places on the map or plan using words and number from a box of options. Okay? The parts to be labeled will have an arrow and the questions numbered beside them. So let's look at this part. Let me put colors. It's not showing. Oh, it's not good. Okay, let's just go back to the right one. Okay, so these are the different places.
Mhm.
We need the recording file here because there are questions. Can you see that? Okay, let's go to CD2 track number 2. We need to listen to that. Can you see that?
Yeah. Down. CD track number
Yeah,
2.
we need to listen to that part because this is where the activity about.
Okay.
So listen now, okay? I will listen again.
Okay.
Listening Section 1. Extract 2.
Extract 2. Questions 16 to 19. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the library? I seem to have got rather lost. Sure. Well, you're a little off course. It's about a 10-minute walk from here. Have you got a map? Yes, here it is. Now, listening section 1. Extract 2. Questions 16 to 19. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the library? I seem to have got rather lost. Sure. Well, you're a little off course. It's about a 10-minute walk from here. Have you got a map? Yes, here it is. Now, let me see. You're here at the moment. I'll put a cross on the map to show you where you are. Thanks. Okay. So, you walk along George Street past the Queen Victoria building on your left. We call that the QVB. Oh, I see. Go past the QVB and turn right into Market Street. There's a bank on the opposite corner and a department store on the other corner. So I turn right? Yes, you turn right and walk past a lovely old theatre on your right. That's opposite the department store. That's called the State Theatre. Okay, past the theatre and then you need to turn left into Pitt Street. That's a pedestrian street with no cars and lots of shops. There are shops along both sides of the street. Oh yes, I think I've been there before. Walk along Pitt Street until you come to Martin Place. The old post office building is on your left, except that it's not the post office anymore. It's now a big hotel. The post office is gone. Oh, that's a shame. I bet it's an expensive hotel. Probably. I've never stayed there myself. Go across Martin Place and then just continue walking along Pitt Street and you'll come to Hunter Street. Turn right and then walk straight ahead for a couple of blocks until you come to a main road. The library is on the other side of the road, but you can't miss it. Thank you so much.
It's really long. How,
Okay. I
Were you able to get it?
Where I
Were you able to get it?
um
Okay. I'll give you a break first, okay? Since we've been talking for 55 minutes. I know it's kind of long, so I am going to give you a chance to listen to this one again. Okay, while we are on break, I'll just give you 5 minutes, okay? And then we're going to talk about the instructions.
I don't know.
Hello?
I where is so I um also I need to film the words on 16 to
19.
19.
Yeah. So when you listen to
Okay.
that, you need to use particular expressions such as if they have to use middle, corner, next to, above, below, and just like the instructions 16 to 19. Right? So
Okay.
okay, I'll give you 5 minutes
Okay.
to think, to listen to it again. It's kind of long. Okay, just to have an
Okay.
exercise, and I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
So we'll talk about after
Okay.
5 minutes. Let's have a 5-minute break. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.